Need some extra help preparing for Praxis Mathematics 5165, Algebra, Algebra Statistics, Reading Function Tables, Graphs, Rates of Change, Trend Analysis? I have a video made just for you. My name is Tom, and I'm a test prep expert here at study.com and a certified teacher, and I will walk you through some of the problems you may see on the test. In this particular video, we will focus on geometric series, average rate of change, and slope problems. Don't forget to pause the video and try these on your own. Okay, are you ready? Let's take a look at some of the questions. A flower shop in a marketplace has been running for exactly 7 days. The sales in their flower shop have been consistently following a geometric pattern. On the third day, their sales were $90. On their seventh day, their sales went up to $7,290. Given this trend, how much will the sales be on the next day? All right, so the key to this problem is we have a geometric pattern. So we're going to follow this formula for geometric sequence. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times the common ratio raised to the n minus 1 power. All right, so it tells us on the third day the sales were $90. So that means that a sub 3 is equal to 90. And it tells us on the seventh day, a sub 7, that their sales were $7,290. So what I'm going to do in this case here is I'm going to use the seventh day. So that means that if n is 7, we have $7,290 is equal to a sub 1 times r to the 7 minus 1, which would be the 6th power. And we know that a sub 3 is 90, so that means that 90 has to equal a sub 1 to the r squared, okay? 2nd power. So what I can do is I can sub in a sub 1 times r squared into this formula. All right, so when I sub in, I get 7,290 equals a sub 1 r squared times r to the 4th power. Because by law of exponents, r squared times r to the 4th would be r to the 6th. Now what I can do is I can sub in 90 for a sub 1 times r squared, because we know that's what it equals. So I get 90 times r to the 4th. So I'm going to divide both sides by 90. So if I divide both sides by 90, I get r to the 4th power equals 81, which means that if I take the 4th root of 81, I'm going to get r equals 3. So that means that the common ratio is 3. So that means that to get the sales after the day where it was $7,290, the next day we would just multiply this by 3. So our answer would be choice A, $21,870. The table above shows the comparative sales of the two companies for the past year. Which of the following is the average rate of change in sales from company A from Q1 to Q4? All right, so we're looking at company A only. All right, so average rate of change we're finding here. So that is going to be the sales in quarter 4 minus the sales in quarter 1 divided by quarter 4 minus quarter 1. Okay, so our sales in quarter 4 were 45,000. Our sales in quarter 1 was 25,000. We're going to divide that by 4 minus 1 is 3. So we would get 20,000 divided by 3. So the correct answer here would be $6,666.67 per quarter. So choice C. A small entrepreneur plans to resell laptop units by placing a reasonable markup on each unit. The entrepreneur has two options to purchase the laptop units. The comparison of the two shops is listed above. The prices are in dollars. Both shops charge a flat fee for transporting the units. Which of the following is the unit cost or selling price for each laptop in shop B? Is it A, $1,100 per unit, B, $900 per unit, C, $800 per unit, or D, $1,000 per unit? All right, so what we need to do is we need to pick 2 points for shop B and calculate the slope. So if I look at this here, if I look at the point 3 units and shop B 2780, and then if I do 6 units, 5,480, and if I calculate the slope here, I would get 5,480 minus 2,780 divided by 6 minus 3. Okay, if I calculate slope here, if I take 5,480 minus 2,780, I'm going to get 2,700 divided by 6 minus 3 is 3. So that is going to come out to be $900 per unit. So the correct answer would be choice B. Use the graphs below to answer the questions that follow. A person and his friend planned to buy comic books from an overseas store. They compared the prices of the two stores. Both stores offer a fixed shipping fee regardless of the number of comic books purchased. What is the amount charged by shop B for shipping comic books? Is it A, $40, B, $35, C, $30, or D, $25? Okay, so when we look at our graphs, we have a linear relationship here of shop A and shop B. So the shipping cost is going to be the y-intercept of the linear equation, because that would be 0 comic books. We get a fixed cost, which is represented by the y-intercept. So what we need is for the blue graph, shop B, we need its y-intercept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 2 points on here. So one point would be when you buy 5 comic books, it costs $60. And when you buy 7 comic books, it costs $72. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the slope. So I would get 72 minus 60 divided by 7 minus 5, change of y over change of x, which would be 12 over 2, which comes out to a slope of 6. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use y equals mx plus b. We're going to plug in a point. So I'm going to use 60 for y, and I'm going to use my slope, 6, and I'm going to use 5 for x. So I would get 60 equals 30 plus b, and if I solve for b, I would get 30 as the y-intercept, which represents the shipping cost of $30, choice C. That concludes Praxis Mathematics 5165 Algebra, Algebra Statistics, Reading Function Tables, Graphs, Rates of Change, Trend Analysis. For more practice, check out our Praxis Mathematics 5165 playlist, and for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head over to study.com. Check out our Praxis Test Prep course. Those who use study.com boast a 92% pass rate. Our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of authentic practice questions, and short, targeted video lessons specifically developed based on the latest test updates. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to get all the latest practice test updates, and please leave your questions and success stories in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Happy studying.